I was hitting the wrong buttons there for a second. How's everybody doing? Let's make sure that everybody can hear me and see me okay before we go any further. All right, let me know. Can you see me and hear me okay? Appreciate anybody letting me know. We'll sit right here and wait patiently. There we go. Jim Dombrowski, first one to the punch. Loud and clear. Ken Brescia from Tennessee is now in Caliba. Welcome to Caliba. Let me click out a couple things here so we get everything up and running okay. Looks like everything's running good. Jeremy Kendall saying hello, sounds good. Rich Peters giving me a little Lima Charlie. Thanks, guys. Hey, Huey, how you doing? Chris Olson. Oh, look at all the Army members. Rick Wancourt, Dan Canham, Chris Olson, like I said. Mark Pearson as well. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. If you want to be a Tangle Tackle Army member, the link is down below. Feel free to jump aboard. You get free access to our private Discord channel where we talk about fishing every single day. Yeah, if you want access to me daily, if you got questions, and there's many guys that can attest to that. They send me a million questions on there through PMs or just on some of the chats. I respond. So if you want access, if you have questions, you want answers, jump on the Tangle Tackle Army, join the Discord. We are, not only am I there, there's a lot of really good anglers on there to help you out. All right. Let's get into everything for tonight. First and foremost, I need to tell my wife happy anniversary. Yesterday was our 23rd wedding anniversary. I love you, hon. My beautiful wife has been very good to me over the year through all the thick and thin. And there's been ups and downs like any other marriage, but 23 years together is a long time. So I love you, honey, if you're watching. Thanks for being with me. I'm sure it's not always easy. Secondly, Memorial Day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Remember the reason. It's just not about going out and having a bonfire or a barbecue or a couple of beers. Remember the real reason. I don't need to go any deeper into that, but there's some true meaning behind tomorrow's holiday. So happy Memorial Day to everybody. Thanks, everybody, for the congratulations. David Robbins, thanks. Good evening back to you, David. Chrome Catfish Charters also, thank you. Phil Satar also, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, everybody. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Yeah, she's been with me a long time after the job that I had before this. I'm sure it was never easy on many, many nights, but hey, she's a good woman. Anyway, tonight's poll question. I threw a controversial one up there. Can't always throw you softballs, so tonight's poll question is, in regards to the walleye cheating scandal, do you think justice was served in the walleye tournament cheating incident, and explain why? If you want to explain why, it's great. If you don't, you just want to answer it, that's fine. I'm right on the fence on that one, but I'll give you my 2 pennies, and for what it's worth, I think justice was served. I know that the jail time wasn't there. I know that fines were not there, but in the court of public opinion, these two are absolutely decimated. And you could throw them in jail for 10 years and you could take away all of their money. None of that could do to them what is going to be done to them throughout the rest of their lives. Anywhere they go and people know about this thing, their credibility, everything is ruined. So is it better to take away all their money and throw them in jail for a long time? Some people might say yes, but I think in the long run, it's not only just them, it's also their families, their names. It's going to be pretty painful. So, in my opinion, yeah, I think justice was served. I know some people may disagree with me, and that's fine. But these two, they're not getting off easy in any sense. Anyway, that's my 2 pennies on the whole matter. Disagree or agree with me, that's fine. It's no worries. Please just take a moment to put your answer on the poll. And if you got the stones, to put your opinion down below on what you think, why or why not. Hey, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine also. No worries. All right, right now we're at 50-50 exactly with 48 votes. And we have 90 people on here, so quite a few people have not voted yet. If you don't want to, that's also fine. All right. Jeff Abbott, thanks for the happy anniversary wishes. I do appreciate it. Chris Olson saying put her in for sainthood. Oh, maybe not that far. No, I'm kidding. Probably should. Chad Douglas says you got 2 Friday night. Your wife's first king at 15.2 pounds. Congratulations, guys and gals, of course. All right. Also, I would be wrong not to mention that these live streams are proudly brought to you by Dreamweaver Lures. We're going to talk about those things tonight. Please check them out at dreamweaverlures.com. Okay. Yeah, Dreamweaver, that's what tonight's topic is. I have a whole bunch of brand new Dreamweaver stuff right here for this year. A lot of this stuff I am super excited for. We ran it for the first time. Boat coming in right next to me. We ran it for the first time, some of this new stuff just a couple days ago, or yesterday rather, and I was highly impressed at the results. Now, if you watch this channel, you know that many times I will do a video like the night before my charter. So I'm setting up my lures and stuff for the following day's charter. And a lot of times I don't have the time or whatnot to get back on after that charter to show you and tell you exactly how things worked. And that's what Facebook is for. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, you're welcome to. Many times I will put the day's catch on the Facebook page following that charter. And my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I think, and TikTok. They're all down below in the description. Please check them out if you want to follow and see how things went after I post those videos. That information is going to be there for you many times, not all the time, but many times. Rick W, thanks for the rah-rah. You're saying 21 thumbs up. Come on, guys, throw some more thumbs up. I appreciate that. The thumbs up definitely do help the channel, and I'll actually tell you something that I've been noticing. And I don't mean this as a Debbie Downer in any kind of way, but my numbers are way down comparing this year at this time to the last couple of years. We were on a really strong trend, and my numbers are way down from the last couple of years. So if you're new on here and you'd like to subscribe, that would definitely help out the channel. It's not changing anything right now the way I feel about doing this channel. I've been doing this now for, this channel's been running for 6 years. My good friend Jim and I started this channel all those years ago. Jim is now so much busier. He's working every day, and I think he's got like 100 kids now. He doesn't do a whole lot of videos anymore. It's primarily just me now. But 6 years ago, we started this whole thing, maybe 7, I think 6. And we're still going. And I'm still doing these live streams every Sunday night at 7 p.m. And we've been doing that now for 3 years, I think. And we miss very few. So if that's something that you appreciate and it helps you out, feel free to sub. I would appreciate it, because I don't want to lose this channel. I like doing this, but of course, it's black and white. If the channel starts fading and failing, if there's no set, if there's just not the interest there anymore and the numbers are starting to look that way, then maybe we have to go different routes. But anyway, that's down the road. We'll talk about that another time. Anyway. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I do appreciate that. And I think, I can look at my analytics on this channel. I don't mean to go down this rabbit hole. If this isn't your thing, feel free to turn this off. That's no problem. But I look at my analytics for this channel, and it just looks like YouTube is not pushing the videos out. There's certain channels YouTube will just smash in your face day after day after day after day. And they may be from a huge channel, or they may be from a very small channel. My videos just don't seem to get pushed out very hard. And what drives that is interaction. The thumbs up, interaction, the likes, dislikes, the comments, and the shares. All that interaction is what tells YouTube, hey, I need to look at this video because other people are interacting with it. Okay. It's got some following. There's interactions. I'm going to start pushing this video out to more and more people. So the more interactions that these videos get, whether they're the live streams or the recorded videos, the more interactions, the more shares, all those things, the more YouTube will push it out. And the more it helps, really helps the channel. All right. Anyway, that's just a little insider on the YouTube thing. YouTube is a deep, 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 deep hole. And you can really stay up at night thinking about how to make your channel better, which I have a few times. Actually, more than a few times. All right. Anyway, where am I going with all this? I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh, let's let me jump over here. Let's do, well, you know what? I'm going to show this first because this is something I want to show. Purple Taco Fly Supply. You guys and gals all know how much I love tying my own flies. We come up with 5 new flies every year for you to go on the Purple Taco Fly Supply.com website. All those recipes are on there. If you're new to fly tying for salmon trolling, like me 10 years ago, I didn't know where to begin. I mean, I knew many of the flies that I liked, but I didn't know where to begin as far as how to tie them. So we started putting recipes on the Purple Taco website, and all those recipes are there. I think there's about 40 of them now, and they're all really, really good. But now and then, Purple Taco comes out with some really, really cool stuff. I've got 2 things to show everybody right here, 2 things that I'm super excited about. And I say super excited all the time, and sometimes that's just a kind of a flippant, term. But this stuff I am excited about. Moon jelly. We all know what moon jelly looks like. Guess what? It's now available in a fly product. And it's non-glow. It's regular moon jelly. Let's see if I can take that out and you get a little look at that. That stuff is sweet. The other one, and that's called Blue Moon. Blue Moon. So that's available on the Purple Taco website. Like I said, purpletacoflysupply.com. And this one is called Rooster Tail. And this one blew my mind. This is like that carbon 14 material. So if you look at it, it looks like a copperish, maybe gold, tannish, maybe more copper. But when you start moving that thing around, all of a sudden these greens, like there, the greens start coming out. And the greens will change from light green to deep green to all sorts of things, back to copper, back to tan. You can see exactly what I'm talking about there. So that crap right there is cool. That is really cool. I think if you just mix those 2 together, made a fly out of that, you would have a really good fly. That might be one of next year's flies right there. Yeah, so anyway, that one's called Rooster Tail. That one is called Blue Moon. Hop on the Purple Taco website. Get this stuff. They should have it up and available right now. That's good stuff. Anyway. Chad Douglas, you're down at Riverside right now. Cool. So, Chad, you're right there. When I first moved to Manistee in 1998, that's where I lived, right at the Riverside, the little brown house at Riverside. That's right where I lived, and that's where my addiction, all this stuff began. So, yeah, Riverside's it's not little. It's one of the marinas down on the river here, and owned by one of my good friends, Paul Schlafly, who runs Riverside Charters. One of the best, if not the best, captains on the Great Lakes. All right. Anyway, yeah, check out those 2 products. You're going to like them. I already like them. Let's do the fishing report. How about that? Yeah, let's do the fishing report, and then we'll go on to this week's topic. And this week's topic is new gear from Dreamweaver. So stick around for that.
You don't see that every day.
All right, fishing report for Manistee, and of course, this probably leaks into Ludington a little in Frankfurt, Onekama, Arcadia as well. As far as locations outside that realm, I can only guess, but I can tell you what's going on around here. Fishing is pretty solid right now. I would give it I think a 7.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, somewhere right in that realm. We boated 13 yesterday, all kings. I think 3 of them were adults in there. I think we had 17 or 18 bites. A couple of the other guys here at the marina had similar numbers. Some had a little less. One guy had a little more. But that's pretty darn good fishing right now. No, I know that I've seen reports come out of the Pentwater, Whitehall area. Michigan City, I know, is just ablaze right now. And I've seen boats coming in with 20-plus fish. That is absolutely, I mean, that's 10 out of 10. We all know that is. But around here, pretty darn solid fishing. I can't be disappointed in any way. We go out, we get 17 or 18 bites, we get a dozen to 15 fish, maybe more a day. That's really good. And for late May, that's really good. I mean, normally at this time of the year, as the water's starting to warm up, we start getting into that June lull where lake trout becomes much more prevalent. But if this year is like the last couple of years, I think we're going to have good king fishing for the next few weeks. Now, of course, we have to look at the weather and the wind. And one of the things that's surprising me right now is we've had a decent, steady north wind for the last several days. And yet those fish still seem to be migrating to the north, from the south to the north, which is normally what they do. So my train of thought is, if we get a couple days of south, 3 or 4 days of a good south, I think we could just have that 10 out of 10 fishing right here, right now. Or you're just going out there and it's hard for you to keep any lines in the water because they're just wrecking everything. So if that happens and my prediction holds true, which I hope it does. It doesn't always, but if it does, I see the next couple of weeks being smoking good. Now, if you want to get out and go fishing with me, I do have openings through those. I actually have a few openings through the month of June. My website is down below, Dark Blue Charters. I don't mean this in any way to sound like a promotion. Hey, fishing's great. Come fish with me and spend all your money. That's not what I want. You don't want to fish with me. You want to fish with somebody else. That's fine. I'm not offended in any way. But if you do want to come fish with me, I do have openings. Website's down below. Phone number's there. Call me, text me, email me. I'll be happy to get you out there. And I'll be happy to put you on some fish and just give you an absolute adventure. It is so much fun. It truly, truly is. So what has been working in this area is spoons. Mostly spoons. Some flash or fly bite has been taking off. We did get a couple on meat yesterday, but it's been mostly spoons. I think we had 3 on flash or fly, 2 on meat, and everything else was a spoon bite. So out of Manistee, it's been mainly from about the 13s or the 12s down to the 9s or the 10s or the 9s. Anywhere from 140 out to 250 foot of water. And I know that's a huge... Ken Bresci, am I open tomorrow? I am not, Ken. I have a charter tomorrow morning. I'm open Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe. I'd have to look, though, Ken. You'd have to call me or something. I'd have to look later. Anyway, and I know what I'm saying, from 140 out to 200, 250 foot of water is a huge expanse of water to cover, but the fish seem to be through all of those areas. And they're not holding on any temperature breaks right now because the water is all cold. Surface temp is still high 40s. Down below is mid to low 40s. So it's ice cold. But those fish are still moving, which is wonderful. Wonderful. So without a temp break, it's hard to really configure your spread to where you want to fish. You can't say the break's at 60, so I'm gonna target 20% above 60. I'll target the other 80% down below 60. The fish are spread out. So we had everything from, had a 4-color go 2 or 3 times with a Buffalo Bill Super Slim on it yesterday. We had 10-color go several times with the Orange Slice from Dreamweaver on it. We had another 10-color go with, what did I have on that one? I don't remember. But yes, I do. Half Wonder Bread, but it was in the DW size. We had, what else went? 225 copper went with spoons on it. Downriggers went. The center downrigger went with a 11-inch paddle double slick with the Sunshine Fly on it. Another one went with another DW spoon on it down 90. The other one went with another DW spoon down 70. So, I mean, we're looking at anywhere from 20 feet deep to hitting fish down past 120 feet deep. So they are all over the place right now. But the great thing is they're hungry. So if you get out there and just put a good spread out there and cover a lot of water and get a good multitude of depths covered, you're going to get bit. You are. There's just good fishing right now, so you're going to get bit. I wish I could say that, meat fishing was taking off like crazy right now. It's not. It's still spoons. I mean, it's not like I wish I could say that. I can say that. Meat fishing is pretty slow. We had a couple of bites on it. Flasher fly still a little slow, a couple of bites on it. But don't be afraid to run those things in your mix also, because they might produce that extra 1 or 2 or 3 bites for you. Speed. My speed started off. I started off a little quicker yesterday, about 2.4 to 2.7, and I tried to stay there about all day long, except when I had to slow down a couple times to help a customer get a fishing. Now, we did have a couple of new hands on the boat, and that's fine. New customers to the sport, and I will do everything I can to help those people get their fish into the boat. I hate changing speed. So one thing I'll say is that if you can avoid changing, if you get on a troll and it's a good troll and you're hitting fish, try not to change your speed. I've seen a lot of recreational or even pros do it. They'll get a fish on and they want to help the customer or help their buddy out or whatever, and they'll slow the speed down. That speed, once you got it dialed in and you're getting bit, try not to change it. It's there. It's good for a reason. But anyway, we busted off a 13 color yesterday as well on a really nice fish. And I'm trying to remember what spoon that was. That was actually, I do know, that was on a blue slice. Yep, moving right along, Bill. Absolutely. Yeah, a little quicker. Normally I'm a slow troller, like 2.0 to 2.2. But yesterday I got on a troll and we sat down. I hit my speed at a certain RPM. I didn't even look at it. I ran to the back of the boat. We got the bags in. We got the line set. We just started hitting fish. So I just didn't look at the speed again. And then when I looked down, we were like 2.7, and we're still getting fish. So I didn't change it. Don't fix what's not broken. You know what I mean? Yes. All right. Anyway, so fish, they're out there. They are definitely out there. If you want to look right now at a Manistee from the 12s down to the 9s, and if you don't know what I'm talking about there, look into this channel. Look up Salmon Jargon Explained. Those are just coordinates, GPS coordinates, talking about latitude and longitude lines. So look that up. It's going to explain all that to you, and it should help you out there. But 12s down to the 9s should be pretty good. 150, 140, out to 200 or 250, search those areas. Try to get on a decent troll. Try to keep that, like yesterday, it was definitely North Troll was better. South Troll, as soon as I got on that South Troll, I'm sorry, South Troll was better. North Troll was a stink bomb. I got on that South Troll. I got a really nice troll going. The currents were running really nice and straight for me. Speeds was great. As soon as I turn around and go back on a North Troll, currents, puke fest. Currents boogered everything up at the back of the boat. I could tell it was just a slop troll. Speeds were a little more difficult to maintain. And once you troll a long time, you know when the troll's bad. I think I've mentioned this before, but you just know when a troll doesn't feel right. And I could tell that yesterday when we got on that opposite troll. It just didn't feel right. But I also knew that the fish had run out to the south, so I didn't want to keep going south. I had to cover back on the same water that we had just gone through. So it was necessary evil. But after a while, you're just like, yeah, this troll's crap fest, which it was. We still picked up a few on that north, but man, it was not as good. Oh, Steve Eddie said, what broke on the 13 color? My lead core broke right at the leader. So must have had a little nick that I didn't see in it. Happens. Not the first time, will not be the last. I check my lines pretty darn often, but sometimes one will squeak by you. All right. Anyway, yeah, if you're getting out, that's my fishing report for you. Should do you well. There were some fish around the harbor as well. If you feel like checking that out, feel free. We marked a ton of fish around the harbor on the way in yesterday. But most of those times, you get that cold water. You'll get that spring king run up the river. But the thing is once they get inside that river, once they start moving up through the pierheads and beyond, they don't want to eat. And they are tough to catch. So just keep that in mind as well. Yeah, Leroy, that's another great tactic. That's not bad. If you got the hands to do that. Leroy is saying that if you don't want to change your speed, if you don't want to slow down, you can bump it out of gear to let that customer or let your buddy catch up on that fish. But again, you're still altering your speed, and you might be needed back of the boat. But that's still a tactic that can work. Thanks, Leroy. I do appreciate that that throw in there. All right. Anyway. Rick W has asked me, am I taking notes? No, I don't take notes, Rick, on most of the stuff that I catch things on. I'm lucky enough where I can keep most things in my head most of the time, even though a little earlier, 4 minutes ago, I was saying I couldn't remember. I do have pretty good recollection on what's working, though, and at what time of the year. So, no, I don't take a whole lot of notes. And Nick Padula wants to know from High Point Outdoors, am I fishing in Grand Haven? No, I'm not, Nick. My tournament guys and I, we talked a while ago about what tournaments we might want to do this year. And we talked about Ludington, of course. We talked about Frankfurt. We talked about maybe the Monster in Manistee. And then we just never put the final touches on it. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And we never put the final touches on it. And now I can't hold those dates anymore because I got people calling for tournament or for charters rather. And without having something set in stone, I'm going to have to book those charters. So anyway, I still have Ludington open. That's like the one I have kept open. And if I can get together with those guys, because I miss fishing with them, I just miss hanging out with them. Really, if we can get out for Ludington, I think that's one we would definitely love to do. Chad wants to know if you can follow me out. Chad, you're welcome to. You're welcome to. Doesn't mean you're going to do any better than me or any worse than me. Yeah, you might do way better than me. I don't know. I always tell people, don't follow me. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, anyway, let's get into the topic of the week. If you got any questions on the fishing report, one of the things we always do on this is once we shut down the visual aspect of this, I will be around in the chat. Feel free to ask me some questions in the chat if I didn't get to your questions, okay? Anyway, let's get into the topic of the week, and we'll just keep going from there. All right, topic of the week. Dreamweaver lures, the new stuff. And how do I know it works? It works because I just fished most of it yesterday, and we definitely caught some really nice fish on it. So I'm already hooked on it. Now again, I'm not a commercial. I am not a paid advertisement. You're not going to buy my opinion on things, is what I'm trying to say. And I've had people contact me several times wanting me to promote their products on this channel. And the majority of them, once I say, I'd be happy to test it. And if it's good, I'm going to say it's good. And if it's garbage, I'm going to say it's garbage. Most of the time, those tire kickers end up disappearing because they want to buy my opinion and buy my voice on this channel. Ain't going to happen. So I don't want anybody to think just because I'm saying Dreamweaver, and I'm pro staff for them that I'm just saying this because I'm being paid. Couldn't be further from the truth. If I'm telling you something's working good, it's because it's working good. If I tell you something's been working bad, that's the truth too. All right. I never want this channel to be a paid infomercial. All right. And I've seen a few out there like that, but that's not going to happen here. Anyway, this is the new stuff from Dreamweaver. And I'm going to tell you what we ran yesterday and what worked for us, some of the stuff we did not run. If you're interested in getting your hands on this stuff, and I would suggest act sooner than later, because if it's like last year, it's going to like that. Dreamweaver's website is down in the description. Just look for the tab that says new for 2023. Click on it, and you're going to find all of this stuff. All right. Anyway, let's get into this. One of the ones I'm most excited about, and you guys, gals, know this about me, Abombs. Love the Abomb spoon. It is now available not only in the SS and Mag like it was last year. It's also available in the DW size. The DW size is the standard size. It's in between the mag and the super slim. So it's like the medium size. So it's now available in all 3 sizes. And this thing, it is available in the Fuzzy Bear mag. And I love these Dreamweaver Fuzzy Bear spoons. They fish good. They have a great action to them. But this is a half bomb, or a half A-bomb they call it. I call it a half bomb. Dreamweaver calls it a half A-bomb. If you can see, one side of it is painted, the other side is still chrome. That seems to be a real big trend with Dreamweaver this year. Why? I think because it catches fish. So A-bombs, multiple sizes, half A-bombs, multiple sizes. I ran these yesterday, didn't catch a thing on them. I didn't. I'm just being honest with you. And I was super surprised that we didn't, because they look so good. They look so good. It's not going to deter me. I'm going to keep running them. I know they're going to catch fish. They're going to have multiple really good days. But yesterday, they just didn't. Oh, this one, the orange slice. Again, you're going to find kind of a common theme here. You're going to see that what was available last year only in the Fuzzy Bear mags are now available in the DW size, the super slims, and the regular mags. And if I'm wrong, some are just available Fuzzy Bear mag and not DW mag. You're going to find them either way. If you want a mag, you're going to find it either Fuzzy Bear or DW. Hope that makes sense to everybody. But this orange slice right here on the 10 color went multiple times. I think 3 or 4 times. That thing was good for us last year. That continues to be good to us this year. And, of course, a buddy of mine on a charter just a few boats away borrowed one of these from me, and I just talked to him on the phone a couple minutes ago, and he said he hadn't caught a thing on it all day. So take that for what it's worth also. Again, I'm going to tell you the good. I'm going to tell you the bad. But that thing worked very well for us yesterday on a 10 color. Yeah, Tony, lures do catch fishermen, without a doubt. Absolutely. I'd say quite a few lures only catch fishermen. You got to figure out which ones catch fish, though. All right, moving on. Green jeans and blue jeans are now available in multiple sizes in the half jeans also. So you can see that that is a half of blue jeans, chrome on one side, painted on the other. Same with the green jeans. And you can see that now they are available in multiple different sizes as well. We ran green jeans yesterday and we had one rip on it. And I think that is what broke off my 13 color. I'm almost positive. So, blue jeans, green jeans, and the half jeans. Good looking spoons. I know that they're going to work. A couple other examples here, some things I wanted to show you. The blue slice, you can see, you got mag now, you have DW, and you got super slim. So you have more options. For good spoons, more options is always better. I'm really digging that SS blue slice. Really digging that thing. That's going out tomorrow. New for this year also, half a bloody nose, multiple sizes as well. If you don't fish a bloody nose, fish a bloody nose. Start doing it, because that spoon is not always going to crush it for you, but there are days when that's almost half my spread. Those bloody noses on certain days just take off. Here's another example of another one that I want to show you. I think I showed you this one a little while ago. Half a Wonder Bread in the super slim, but they also come again, and I don't have it here in front of me. I apologize, because it's back there probably on one of my rods. Also comes in multiple sizes, your mag and your medium size as well. Here's another new spoon for this year. I don't have all the new spoons. Some are out of stock already, but I know this one's new this year. This is the Soda in the super slim. This, I don't know if it's good or not. Have not run it yet. I do know a captain that ran this thing to death last year and loved it. Not in the DW, but in Moonshine. He loved that thing. So, what else did I want to show you? Oh, don't forget the Shelly Snack. These are back in stock. This thing was one of my best spoons last year. It's back in stock in the Fuzzy Bear. We took a 30-pounder on that one last year, as well as multiple other big fish on that thing in the Fuzzy Bear mag. I could show you a spoon back there in my spoon box that is bent and twisted almost to unrecognizable shape from all the daggone king's nailing on that thing, and it goes through the water like a mad frog, and it still catches fish. Love that thing. And then another one, if you have not forgotten, Dreamweaver now has all these flip fin paddles in stock again. The majority of them are back in stock. But this one I'm really excited about. That is the Wonder Bread. We all know what the Wonder Bread is, but that one, if you look real close, that is a chrome blank. That is available now in the paddle as well as the spin doctors. So I would grab up a couple of those too, because I am going to run the you-know-what out of them over the next couple of days. All right. That's it. That's the whole rundown right there. That's all I had to show you. Good looking stuff though. I mean, really good looking stuff. So if you want to grab yours, grab it up on Dreamweaver's website or get into your local tackle shop. If you're in Manistee, stop into Tangle Tackle. If you already got a box full or it doesn't tickle your fancy, that's fine also. A lot of good gear out there from a lot of good companies. This happens to be some of my favorite stuff. But again, I don't want to sit here and sound like a broken record. Okay, that's it. That's the topic of the week. Down and dirty for you. Down and dirty. Chris Yates, spoon recommendation for North Lakers, please. Well, you got to tell me, Chris, where they're at. Are they suspended or are they sitting on the bottom? Because if they're sitting on the bottom, I'm, pardon me, about a month since I've had that virus. I'm still getting coughing attacks. If they're sitting on the bottom, I'm more apt to run a chrome, an 8-inch chrome spin doctor with a spin and glow or a whirligig behind it. If they're suspended, if they are suspended in the water column, say, halfway from top to the bottom, Lakers love green and blue. I think they like green a little more than blue. One of my all-time favorite lake trout spoons is the Buffalo Bill. Right behind it is the Blue Dolphin. Those two take a ton of lake trout when they're suspended. Okay. Good question, though. Good question, though. Definitely. All right, what am I missing in the chat? Some people look for some mechanics. Chrissy is saying Northern Ontario and both. Yeah. Just go with what I mentioned. Try to practice. When you're running stuff on the bottom and just learning to do it, less is better. Get one rig down there before you start trying to shove 3 or 4 rigs down there for lake trout. The more stuff you get down there at the bottom, the more apt you are to start tangling things up. So practice makes perfect. Well, that's not always true. Perfect practice makes perfect. So anyway, yeah, practice it before you start messing around with it. But yeah, pulling spoons through the water columns. If you're marking lake trout that are suspended in a certain water column, go for them that way. Okay. How many people we got here? 115. Thanks everybody for being here on a holiday weekend. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the thumbs up as well. Again, I'm trying to drive this channel forward as hard as I can. I don't mind putting the work in. I don't mind being here. Just keep plugging along. But the thumbs up, there's only so much I can do. It's your guys and gals interactions again that really help this channel. So if you want to sub, if you haven't subbed already, I would appreciate it. If you hit the thumbs up, that definitely helps the channel as well. Okay. And I know some people don't want to sub to a fishing channel. Don't worry, you can sub privately. I'll never see it. But I've actually talked to people before. They're like, yeah, I'd sub, but I don't need any help. I watch sometimes, but a lot of stuff I already know. That's fine. But younger generation, I was that way one time. Where, hey, I know enough. I don't need that help. I get it. It's fine. No worries. But if you are new here, no matter your age, if you want to sub it up, I would appreciate it. Mitch, you're welcome for the information. I appreciate you saying the thank you. Tan Canham, you had 2 boards that tried floating away. Yeah, that happens too, man. Don't forget, put your phone number and your name on your boards. I would say 70% of the time, maybe 80%, you're going to get your boards back. There's good people out there that will return you. If I find your board and you got a phone number on it and a name, I'm calling you. Yep, I'm calling you. Joe Wilbur, if you may repeat yourself. Hold on, I lost that. On my sliders, do I run mags, regulars, super slims, and what time of the year is best? Joe, I want to make sure I understand your question. So on my sliders, make sure you're not talking about slide divers. We're talking about free sliders on my downrigger lines. I almost run always super slims or the DW series, the medium series. I don't run mags very often on my free sliders. As far as what time of the year is best, I'm running them all the time. We've been running them for the last couple of weeks, and we'll continue to run them all throughout the year. So I hope that answers your question. Leroy Dowding, you're very, very welcome, man. I appreciate you being here. All right, let's shut down the visual so you guys and gals can get back to your barbecues and a couple cold ones and hanging out with your family. It's a holiday weekend. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, this holiday is not just about the cold beers and the barbecue and everything. There's a real reason behind this. Again, I'm not going to go into great depth on that, but it's a pretty important holiday. So try to keep that in your thoughts as you go through the rest of your weekend. I'm going to shut this down as far as visual. I'll stay in the chat for a while. If you need something more, if I didn't get to your question, please throw it in the chat after this is over. And hey, just have a great week, everybody. Enjoy your time on the water. Enjoy your families. And I'll see everybody back here next week. Okay, take care. Thanks.